Okay, let's check this thing out. See where we at. See where we at. Let's see. YouTube. Here we go. Look at the audio sounding okay. General Takeover is already here.
Are we live?
Yeah, I just pushed the button. I just wanted that.
Oh, okay.
General Takeover is it. Well, of course she said because it's like pixel time, right? That's why. Makes sense. It makes sense, right? It says it's echoing. Oh, it's because I had the phone on. Okay, cool. Yeah. Should be good now. Let me check it one more time. Check it one more time. Let's see. Yeah. I think that's because I had the phone out. Okay. Cool. Nope, it's actually got a double. It sounds like it's double, but not bad. Let me see if I yeah. Oh, okay. That should take care of that. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay. Whenever you're ready, sir.
It's not 8:30. Oh, it is 8:30.
I'm just saying, whenever you decide to take part in what we doing here.
Hey, I did not know. Really.
All right, hold on. Let me I'm fussing at you, but I hate it. We got the music. Okay. And let's see. Volume. She says it's not 8:31, it's 8:32. Get yourself together. Come on, player. All right, here we go.
There is like a little bit of an echo.
What's going on? Welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was like a little bit of it sounds like it's almost like a double thing going on here. I thought I addressed it with this thing right here. Hopefully it's okay. I thought I just muted that other channel, so hopefully it works. But I don't know. We shall see. But this is another episode of the Smart Guyz Tech Podcast. With your boy Big Q, Smart Guy Big Q. I'm waiting on you, cuz.
It's still echoing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me pull it up. Let's see here. Live. There you go. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see if we can address the monkey in the room. Let's see. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see if we can address the monkey in the room. Let's see. Ha! Zoe already with the Zoe boy. That dude something else. Oh my god. All right, let me go look at it. All right, let me see what this sounds like. I think I got it. Okay, let me stop my phone. Okay, that might be it right there.
Nope, sounds the same.
Oh, because I can't do it without like listening to it without like my phone being like in the way.
Yep. Sounds the same.
Well, I don't know what it is then. I'm looking at all here. All I got right going out right now is my mic, and this now is just my mic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but
Jesus. Jesus.
you hear it?
Yeah, I'm listening from my phone and it sounds fine. Oh, no, it don't. It's not robotic. I hear it. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know where that's coming from.
I mean, let's rock with it.
All right, cool, because I'm looking at your level. It's not being interfered by that. I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at the output. It looks fine on that side, too. All right, we'll figure it out. But anyway, let's get it. Okay. All right, so boom, here we go. There we go. We in here. What's up, Keon? What's going on, bro?
What up, Big Q?
Chilling. It was cool running into you yesterday at the Spizot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, except for you was I saw it on Twitter. I put it on Twitter. You spied on me from the Apple section over there. That was kind of stupid, but I'm just saying.
Hey, I just wanted to show you what the view looked like from over there.
Oh yeah, because I never. And I tell you, I showed you as far as I go. When I go, I like it. It's weird, right? I work in that place, and all that tech is there, and people think I'm lying. I'm glad you was there to see it. Like I work literally 3 feet away from the Pixel display, and I don't even turn around and look at it. I work what about 10 feet away from the Apple? I never go over there.
We checked out the Pixel display, and the phone came off the alarm system.
Yeah, it did. See, that stuff ain't as great as mine. See, my displays and everything is beautiful. Oh, no, my alarm did go off too, so I guess.
I mean, it had me wanting to pick up the phone and play with it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't really. I haven't really like listened or checked out or even seen anything remotely interesting enough to keep my attention about the Pixel. Have you been? I know. I was just saw on Twitter that Zoe was thinking about doing some stuff like that, but I don't know. Nothing about it actually caught my eye. I was just like, okay, whatever. Those phones are very boring to me. Very, very boring.
No.
I'm just,
I can't even really express myself in my voice. But anybody out there listening, the Pixel event happened last week. They unveiled a new Pixel 7 Pro, Pixel 7, Pixel Watch, and another preview of the Pixel tablet.
Another preview. I want to see this tablet.
Yeah. It don't come out to next year. The Pixel tablet stand converts into like a Nest Hub,
nice.
Which I thought was pretty tight.
Yeah.
Pixel Watch looks all right. Pixel Phone. Pixel Phone.
Pixel Phone, right? Now I did see.
I mean, they did a lot of stuff for the camera.
Yeah, I saw.
I actually got to test out in store.
I saw an article about a feature that I wasn't aware of called de-blur. So if you take a bad picture, it's supposed to fix it for you. Now that's kind of fun.
Any photo in your Google library.
Really?
They'll fix it for you.
Now that's cool. I think I think that's dope. Now that's something like
they'll probably take their like old photos and fix it up.
Yeah. That's I think that's cool. The fit and finish still, I don't know. I was a fan.
Like the regular 7 more than the Pro.
I was actually always a fan of those Nexus devices. I thought they actually just looked cooler. Even though they probably
But people were trying things without the other companies.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what I'm hitting at. Like the other companies make better hardware, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. Now the watch again, I'm still not. I like the fact that it's round. Now that's cool, and it looked like I'm not sure because we don't have one at the store to look at. But from what I saw on this little article I was reading, it looked like it has an AOD that's different than the ones that the Samsung watches, right? So it looks.
I really haven't heard any AOD.
Yeah, it look a little different, right? So let me see if I can show you what we're talking about.
So my voice left last week. I don't know what happened. It's not back yet.
Yeah. So
I'm drinking tea right now, though.
Yeah, see the AOD, like on the Samsung watches, the AOD depends on which face you're using, right? But this looks like it's one that you can set up that's independent from whatever watch face you use. Now, which I don't know how I feel about it, but I definitely think it's different. I don't know, when you're looking at that picture, what you think? Let me get this thing out the way. There you go.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the AOD, I don't know. That might be a watch face. Who knows? I'm just saying.
I think that's a watch face.
Because I thought it was AOD. That's what I'm looking at. I'm like, if that was an AOD, hey, I'm with it. You know what I mean? So, but that's one thing that kind of caught my eye. Like, I don't like the fact that it doesn't have any like little handles popping out where the bands go to make it look like kind of like a real watch. So now it goes back into the same category as an Apple Watch where it doesn't look like a real watch, right? In my opinion, I'm just saying in my opinion. That's just what I'm thinking, right? You know what I mean?
Oh, I was gonna jump in and say I don't really care for AOD that much. I don't know if it's because I've been on Apple for so long. So I don't use it on my watch. I don't use it on my phone.
I thought at least you would use it on your watch. Most people I see, most Apple people I see, definitely have it on. Most of the people I talk to at work, they definitely have the AOD turned on their watches.
So if my watch is down, it's off. When I like lift it up,
then it comes on. Right.
But I don't really care about it
being on all the time. Yeah. I don't know. I think the AOD is cool. Because
Do you use it?
I do. But you know, especially just on on my watch and on my phone. But I think it's dope because when with the round watches as before, like the Moto 360 stuff that we had before, it was just a black circle on your wrist. And then when they put the AODs on the watches, it just made them so much cooler because now they actually look like a watch. It don't like a gadget no more. You know what I mean? So except for the Apple AOD, it's still like a gadget. It even looked more Star Trek with the AOD than normal. You know what I mean?
But I might try it out.
Yeah.
I don't really. It's like I said, it's just not really for me as much. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's a cool thing. I don't know. It's just it just kind of looks kind of fly, like when you just have the watch on all the time. Like it just on all the time. It's like a regular watch. It's fun. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I don't know, like I said, we talk about the one what Apple did with the iPhone. I think their implementation that was terrible, but whatever. It is what it is, right? You know what I mean? But
why don't you get a new band for your watch though?
Yeah, you know what? The only reason why I got a new band yet is because remember I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep this watch or not. Remember I wanted to I want the gray one.
The silver one?
Yeah, I want the gray one,
yeah.
but it's hard to say no to a free one too. So you know what I mean. So it is what it is. Now I've been saying this on Twitter, and it's been messing with my mind for weeks now, Keon, and I could not figure this out until this article came out. Because I don't know if you've been seeing it on Twitter where you've seen these. You ever seen these little statuses? The little chili pepper that says hot take or so on.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I want to do that.
Why?
Because I think it's fly. I don't know. It's kind of cool, right? Because I know something spicy getting ready to come up because it say it right there. So before I even start reading your tweet, I already know something. Like, let's see if I can show you what they look like. So,
no, I've seen them because one of my friends has like photo of the day on every photo he takes though. So I'm just like,
so I'm just saying though, those joints is nice, man. Look at them joints. You kind of hide behind one of them. Move it over. There you go. Yeah, so I don't know the unpopular opinion. You know, I don't know. I just that right there, I think Twitter can use.
Spoiler alert would be one to use.
Yeah, the spoiler alert is nice. And then for you, remember you was trying to coach me in the beginning. This one says a thread. Like I didn't know. A thread. Breaking news. Now picture today, pet of the day. Not really care then and now. That's tweeting to existence. Don't add me. There you go. That's for Zoe.
So like the bottom three. Breaking news, a thread, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That's really the only ones I would care to see.
What about winning and Dear Diary?
No.
I like the hot take.
I remember the Twitter in the back old days. You had like 140 characters.
Yes.
And you just had to read it to find out what was going on.
It's a lot going on Twitter right now, bro. It's a lot happening right now, bro. Listen, this is because it's becoming more. Because, I never really looked at Twitter as a social media site. Because, I don't know, it's different for me. It's like, I don't go on, I guess now it's becoming more like that, where I go on Twitter for leisure now. I go on there to hang out, to trip out, to see what's happening. Like, normally you would do that on Instagram or some other place like that. But now, you got statuses and stuff, right? So I know. I see Keon with the chili pepper hot take. He getting ready to say something spicy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Some crazy gonna come. They go. Zoe, don't at me, right? Because we know he getting ready to go off the cuff with it, right?
Well, I can't even do it on my Twitter. Yeah,
I can't do it either. That's why I'm saying. Like I saw it, and I was just like, I can't do it. But I thought maybe because a lot of times with Twitter, they don't give us Android peons these things until later, right? So you guys,
it might be a blue thing.
You guys usually get it free. I know. I checked blue. Actually, because I was saying, I said because they've been hitting me with these blue adverts hard, right? They want me to get on it so bad. But I was like, if this was part of it, I would have did it. You know what I mean? But you
don't care about editing your tweet?
I don't. Nah. I actually edit my tweets before I hit. I'm one of them kind of dudes that I will look at mine before I send it.
What?
I am.
Nah.
I can't just be tweeting random nonsense. I can't be doing that now. Let me just go on Twitter and just say the most random BS I can think.
Once it pop into the head, it's pretty ready.
I gotta type it out. I gotta look at it to make sure that the stupid autocorrect didn't hit me. And sometimes it still slips through. And then I gotta look and read it again, make sure it makes sense. and boom, then I send it out. Boom. So I look at it a couple
I don't even check to see if my grammar right. But that's what Zoe did. Zoe was tweeting back and forth with me this weekend.
Yeah.
And he tweeted this whole big tweet. And then I was like, yo, Zoe, I gotta read. I had to autocorrect in my mind. I was like, what's going on?
Right. I don't know, man.
You need to get that blue.
Mm-hmm. But it looked like Twitter is adding all these and I saw there's another thing they was trying to add. So I forget what I know the status thing was one thing, but there's something else they're doing too. But I thought this was cool though. Like I said, I had started seeing it pop up, particularly with like 3 or 4 dudes who I follow, and I'm like, wait, why? I thought they were like, I thought it was some type of Apple emoji thing. That's what I thought it was.
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Because I know most of the dudes who I saw doing this, they always say Twitter for iPhone. So I thought it was them. You know what I mean? So I had no idea. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so that's what that was, right? And what else did of course, a lot of stuff went down with we're gonna talk about Stadia. We're gonna talk about that. But we talked about the Pixel already. We talked about it was $599. I didn't know it was $599. Did we talk about that?
So the Pixel 7, $599, 7 Pro,
okay.
$899. $599, okay.
Yeah.
Not bad. How do you feel about $899?
$899 is this
7 Pro.
So that's cheaper. That's cheaper than the Samsung 22 Plus by $100, right?
So last year was the same price.
Okay.
People were like, Pixel 6, great deal. 6 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you kind of might as well save $100 more and get something complete, better, whatever.
But so this one you get the 48 megapixel telephoto, which I'm assuming is not on the other one, right? The 48 megapixels.
No.
So it's not on the other one.
Yeah.
5 times optical zoom, 30 times digital, a new macro photography mode that would not be present on the regular Pixel 7. And that is
bigger, better screen, better battery, obviously.
Yeah. So I mean, for it to be $100 cheaper than the Samsung Plus, I think that's actually a good deal.
But it has a lot of, not a lot terribly, but it still has like OnePlus, Samsung. What else? What else is on Android now?
Well, the leaders is probably just going to be Google, Samsung, OnePlus, and Moto. But
Moto's not a high end though.
Well, they got that Edge phone that came out 3 weeks ago. That's supposed to have been there, and I think it was around $700, right?
Yeah. Well, to me that's like mid.
Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't have that much competition.
I wonder why Google decided to go with the 90 hertz versus the 120 though. That's interesting.
Is that for the Pro?
Yeah, it says like its predecessor, the OLED display can boost up to 90 hertz for smoother scaling. But I don't know, I don't understand why it wouldn't do full 120 though. It's a little odd. It's a little bit odd.
Because like I keep telling Zoe on Twitter, nobody needs 120 on their phone.
Yes, what boy? Don't you boy? You better go ahead. You better go. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I was just sitting here a minute ago, and he said they did do it on his own.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 90 is the regular.
But I was looking at my secure folder on my Samsung phone, right? And for whatever, when you inside the secure folder, it automatically drops the refresh back down to 60. And I was telling you, that was so jarring for me, bro. Because I was like, what is happening right now? I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how you do it, man.
No. Since I got my 14, I haven't had the need to turn it off.
Uh-huh.
But I really could care less about it, bro.
Because here's the thing, Keon, I'm just being serious right now. So after seeing the 120 and seeing how things kind of fly across the screen, I'm telling you, when I was scrolling inside that secure folder, I could see when I was scrolling, I could see the pixels moving from this line to that line. I mean, I could actually see it. And come on, man, you can't live life like that. You can't.
3 years ago,
can't live life
you were
like
using
that.
your phone and you had no problem.
That's because
now all of a sudden,
you know what they say: when you know better, you do better, or whatever, something like that. It goes something like that, right? When you know better, you I don't know what, but we didn't know. We had no idea, right? We didn't know that. So that was that whole thing, right? Needed. So listen, if you don't know, if there's no other alternative but 30, 60 hertz or whatever, 30 frames per second or whatever, that's all you know. I mean, like if I can get
I'm gonna check my
144,
phone real quick just to see if I have it turned on.
yeah, my
Turned off or
homeboy,
whatever.
my homeboy Hector has a ROG, a ROG phone that can do 144, and I'm telling you, I wish my phone could do that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah, mine's still on 120 right now, so.
If you use 60, you can use an old Mitsubishi rear projection TV.
First of all, I want a projector.
My father-in-law got one. He still actually, and he actually got that thing is new. It ain't even 5 years old yet. You know what I'm saying? No,
they're dope. Like the high-end ones, they're dope.
Yeah. No, this was one of them big tanks, one of them big joints that like you lean up against when you're over there. You know what I'm saying, right?
No, I want a frame actually. But,
okay, I want a frame too. I was one to put right across from this desk right here. You know, but old girl was like, "You got too many TVs in your room," because I do have I have five screens in this room. So you know what I mean. So like, you know, she's like, "Nah."
My girl got Samsung Smart 4K QLED.
Yeah. She's like, you know, way too many screens in this room. It's like, why you need to see all that stuff? Now listen, we supposed to talk about this last week, but we wasn't here, obviously. So as Google, because it's weird, Keon, they killed us a week before they released the new stuff, and then remember we got to talk about another thing they're doing with the Chromebooks. What's going on with Google? Like, well, because we'll talk about it in a minute. But they're doing gaming Chromebooks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The cloud gaming Chromebooks. Yeah, they announced that.
Yeah. Before we get to that, though, let's back up a week. Let's go back to last week.
So the leader of Stadia shut it down.
Yes, we done.
So you can still play what you got for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he told everybody that 2 hours before it happened.
Listen.
Like the developers and stuff.
Listen, this is my thing. I distinctly remember us talking about this when they were, not before, this was before it launched, when they announced it. And I thought it was going to be such a game changer. It was going to be the future of video gaming. And then Microsoft comes out and just kind of just messes the whole entire thing up, right? In a good way, right? So here's the thing. When Microsoft came with their model, I knew like NVIDIA, GeForce, and Google Stadia were not going to survive. Because the business models are so different. So Microsoft owns the game house. They own the house that makes the game. So you know what I mean? Like, you can't compete with that, bro.
The problem is that, there's a lot of problems in this model. For me, at least.
Yeah.
Google started, they were like, we're going to have games.
Yeah.
We're going to have, what's it called? Destiny. That was their big game.
Yeah, it was the big game. That's the one.
And we're going to have, like, Tomb Raider and some other games.
I think that was Assassin's Creed on there as well, yeah.
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 And then all of a sudden, they didn't have a lot of, like, AAA titles.
No.
They had a lot of indie stuff. And then they said, we're going to work with companies to get whatever. You know? But never really happened.
But then the bar of entry was, and for me, it was a little too steep. Because number one of the reasons why I stopped buying consoles in the first place is because games cost the price is too damn high.
You still got to pay full price.
You do.
You're not paying a cheaper price.
Nah. And
the
listen,
funny thing is,
if I'm paying $60 for the game, I might as well just buy the Xbox. I might as well just buy the Xbox too, right? I'm just saying, right?
The crazy thing is, Google Stadia came out, and it was doing low numbers.
Yeah.
Quarantine hit.
Yes.
Everybody's home.
Yeah.
Everybody on the internet.
Yes.
This is your time to shine.
Your time to shine.
Giving out controllers to people for no reason.
Yeah.
Giving out Chromecast to people.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened?
What happened was Microsoft, man. I mean, look, their business model was just unbeatable, man.
No. If Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch can all coexist, why can't Game Pass and Amazon Luna and xCloud and Stadia, why can't they all exist?
Because when you talk about the dollar, right? $14.99 goes a long ass way on Xbox Game Pass. It goes a long way, bro. I think it's like almost like 200 games up there. It's a lot, bro. And I'm talking about like new stuff, like you can play Madden and you can play yeah, you know what I'm saying, like 2K. You can play the up to date baseball game. You can play Halo and there was no we're getting there though. It'll probably be next year, but it wasn't no Call of Duty yet. But it's coming though. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying that dollar goes a long way. That dollar goes a long way, man. And now Google's like, well, and Nvidia too. They're like $60.
So the guy who was in charge of Stadia, he came from another cloud thing, and apparently he did the same thing.
Yeah.
He was controlling it. It was up for like a couple of years, and then like one random day, he was just like, it's over. Came over to Stadia, good 3, 4, 5 years. 2 hours before, it's over. Apparently, people were still creating games because they didn't know that this was happening.
Right. They
were still creating games, and they're just like, yo, I got a meeting with Stadia next week. What happened?
And look, we had just started to get to the point where Samsung they got this new thing on their new TVs, this Game Hub thing. So it had Stadia, Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, or whatever the hell it's called. All of it within your TV. You didn't need a console, bro. You just needed a Samsung TV and a controller, and you were good. And now, to me, I feel like it's in this environment, especially with like I said, with the pandemic and everything. I mean, everybody you had to be home. You had to be home. You weren't doing nothing, playing video games. What is going on?
Take all your expenses. This
environment is tailor made for you to do this right now, right? But and
it's so bad that like what was it, a week or so after Stadia died, Google announced their Wi-Fi Pro, the next Wi-Fi Pros.
Right.
The next Wi-Fi Pros, we're talking about Stadia.
Right.
This is the best thing for Google Stadia.
And then, and this is where it gets very weird, right? So it gets even weirder. So you kill off your gaming platform, right? So you kill off your gaming platform, and then you release your new products, your flagship products, your new phone,
your gaming Chromebooks, which I got problems with, but whatever,
I'm just saying. Listen, I
got problems with this too.
I'm trying to make it make sense. Because if you're gonna create a streaming computer to play games on specifically, don't that go hand in hand with Stadia? I don't get it, bro. I don't understand.
So I'm pulling up this Chromebook, the gaming Chromebook, whatever.
Yeah. It's backed out now. Ain't no doubt about it now.
Why?
I'm just saying this. In case you're ready to get your game on, I don't. You know,
Chromebook.
They concede to Xbox Game Pass.
So I can't do Lightroom, but I can do Halo.
120 hertz refresh rate, right?
I do 120 hertz Halo, but I can't do Lightroom.
You got what else we got here? 16-inch 120 hertz 1600p display, RGB anti-ghosting keyboard, Wi-Fi 6E, Ethernet, 4 DTS and force canceling speakers. I don't know why you need that. 12th gen Intel i5 or i7. The Iris Xe graphics, 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gig storage, 2 microphones, combo audio jack. Everything you need to get your game on. Yes, bro. This is what we're talking about. Plus a 1080p webcam if you're trying to stream. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's all ready to go. You just, I mean,
who is this for?
I have no idea. And the question is, how much? Okay, let's just say you were remotely interested in this, right? I'm just throwing it out there because
it's $700.
Okay, I was going to ask how much would
the high-end one?
How much would you? $700 ain't bad because Samsung put out last year, not this year.
Who is buying this?
Last year, Samsung put out a Chromebook that cost $1,100, right? And I don't think it had decent specs on it.
It didn't play games.
Yeah, it didn't play games.
No, it folded over though.
Right.
It had a pen. Right. Again, I don't know why.
Right.
But
look at these specs right here. I'm saying,
but why am I not doing no?
I'm saying, listen, you're supposed to be playing your Stadia on this. That's what you're supposed to be doing, and then taking it with you.
Intel is not for gaming, though. What? 8 RAM, they ain't gonna do you in gaming, though.
Well, he's talking about the Iris Xe card, which is it's not. The Iris card is a.
No, that's what I'm saying. This whole computer is not for gaming.
Yeah, it's an ultrabook.
This does not say gaming on it.
Yeah. Listen, this is the part that I don't get. Right now, granted, the Samsung Tab S Ultra is about $1,200, right? So it's about $1,200. But I would rather. I guess I wouldn't balk. I wouldn't say nothing if somebody was sitting beside me on a plane with a Tab S8 Ultra streaming some Xbox Game Pass, right? But if I saw an idiot beside me with this Chrome, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I would look at him a little bit sideways. It would be weird. Like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I really don't know who this is for. It's almost similar to the Steam Deck.
Yes.
But I can understand where the Steam Deck comes in.
Mm-hmm.
If you're at home, you just don't want to be in your office, you want to be in bed or whatever. I get it.
And you know, the Steam Deck is actually a little tiny gaming PC. So you actually run the actual game on the Steam Deck. You don't stream it. You can, but you can actually run the game as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, still, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's not for me personally, but I get it.
Yeah, man. It's
Who is this for?
You know, the only thing about this
why wouldn't you play Stadia on this? Like Google.
I mean, that's what it sold. That would have sold that, man. You know, yeah, if they had Stadia with that, you can get a 15-inch gaming laptop for you probably could for around $700.
No, okay.
With dedicated graphics. The
problem with that is if I'm a gamer, like if I'm a gamer,
yeah,
I'm building my PC,
yeah,
or I'm buying a spec'd out one that's going to cost like
absolutely
$2,000.
Yes.
So.
And besides, an official gaming laptop is going to be gigantic anyway. It's going to be huge.
Exactly. This seems like it's still kind of tiny.
Yeah.
I get it. I can see a mom who's somewhat out of touch, somewhat in touch, buying this for her 12-year-old.
Yep. Because he want to play Roblox. He want to play Roblox and Minecraft.
12-year-old.
Oh, okay.
A 12-year-old better not be playing Roblox.
Roblox.
But like, he's starting to get into PC gaming, but he got to work his way up there. He can't just get the big caboodle right now.
Yeah. So
you got to start here.
This is the problem I have with Google, right? And somebody was talking about this on Twitter the other night, and I thought it was interesting. But you know me, usually when those conversations start happening on Twitter, I know, kid, you like to get involved, and I see, Zoe, like, he would insert his. I'm scared I'm gonna get like, shredded on this. I stay away. I just read the thread.
Into like Zoe tweets every now and then.
I just read the thread.
I kind of like jump out.
I just read the thread. But they were saying, and I agree with some of the people saying, like, this is why I don't really like put a lot into what Google be doing, because they will abandon ship like nobody's business. And
there's a whole Twitter account called like Google Graveyard of all the products that Google kills.
So this big argument came up about Android, right? And who delivers the best Android experience or some crap like that. Now, and I was reading this and listen, if we was going back 5-10 years, 5 or 7 years, that's 5 or 6 years. Okay, I would say
5 years.
Okay, around 5 years. Yeah, okay. Samsung didn't know what they were doing with Android. It was weird. It was in a very weird place. But I'm telling you, like, when I look at Android in its current state on different devices, like your OnePlus or your Motorola or your Pixel or your Galaxy, and not just because I'm a homer and I'm rocking a Samsung shirt and I get paid by Samsung and all this. I'm just telling you, from my own personal experience,
Samsung money truck coming in.
Nobody, listen, bro. I'm just saying, that's why, and this is the reason why I don't say things like this, because I'm in a weird position to be saying it, right? I'm in a very weird position to be saying it. But I feel like the One UI version of Android is the best out. I just feel like that's the best one. To me, that's the polished one. And everybody like on this Twitter thread talk about, oh, hands down, it's Google. Android is theirs. They created it. Why would anybody do it better than them? And I was like, well, you must have never had a burger before, and everybody do it differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm not super impressed with the Google brand of Android. I'm just not. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not impressed with it. I'm sorry.
I don't really have a leg in this race.
Yeah.
It's weird because Samsung and Android are really synonymous with a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Android is Samsung.
They do.
I don't have an iPhone. I have a Samsung.
Right.
Like, no, you don't. You got this. Whatever.
Right.
Like, oh, I just thought it was a Samsung.
It's a Nokia.
Like, I mean, that's not how it works. So it's hard. Google does have a very googly version of Android.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a nerd, it's definitely not pure Android, but it is what most people
right
build off of.
Because there's no stock Android anymore, right? We don't see that anymore, right?
I mean, you don't see it on the phone, but you can get it.
Okay, because I know I don't see, even Pixels don't rock they have a little
they rock Google Android.
Yeah. So it's a little
but
bit.
Most people see Google Android as like
the
pure, the original, whatever.
Right.
But I don't know. Google does have more. It's hard to say this. They got the more future features.
Okay.
But like Samsung had more features.
Yeah.
Samsung will always have more features than Google.
Yeah. And I think because
Google's always building.
It's always saying that Google's AI is better, and that I will agree with because Google's AI was between them and Amazon, they're the oldest ones, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So everybody else was like playing catch. I think third one to come to the party was Apple, I think. And then and Samsung is very new, so like their AI is still like in the second grade. You know what I'm saying, right?
And y'all don't like build off of your AI like that,
right? Yeah.
Like Google's like our AI doing everything.
Yeah.
When you're on a phone call, when you're on the text, when you're on Chrome, Google AI taking over.
Right.
Translate AI got it. That's their bread and butter.
I remember. I don't know if it was one of the first Pixels that came out, or it was early in the Pixel game. But remember they came with that first wireless charger stand, and you could put the phone on the stand, and the phone would it would screen your calls for you and have like the pseudo conversation with the person that's leaving the message.
That didn't have anything to do with the stand, though.
It did? Oh, I thought you needed to stand in order to do that.
That's just built into the phone.
Oh.
Now, you get a picture right now, and they'll do that for you.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And actually, I haven't seen anybody else do it. Really, I haven't.
It's been out for like 5 years.
It's been out for
a while.
And I actually thought you needed to stand for it. Because that's the way they kind of said you needed to stand and do it. I don't know.
I've used that before with my Pixel 2.
Yeah. Oh.
I never had a stand.
Yeah, I thought now the first time I saw that, I thought that was nuts. I was like, they put it on the stand and the person is screening the call and it's like, the person going back and forth with the Google Assistant. I was like, what the hell? Okay.
And they do stuff like that all the time. Yeah. And it's just like Google. Like, So a question here. Yeah. Do you think Google's doing too much?
So
and not even with their phone, just in general.
No,
are they just doing too much?
The only reason why I would never say that is because I'm a Samsung fan, and I think any company, and I'm a fan of companies that are okay with pushing the envelope. The only thing is, my thing with Google is you stick with it. Look, everything ain't gonna work all the time. You know what I mean? Give it a little bit more time. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, and I know like Samsung would drop things too. Like I was complaining so much. I was in love with my Google my Galaxy Book that I had, the blue one that I had. I loved it so much. And then when the new one came out, I was excited. But then when I got it, I was disappointed because all that cool shit that was in the blue one, like the wireless charging on the trackpad, gone. The aluminum body, gone. The tray for the edges, gone. The color, gone. The nice high resolution OLED display, gone. They got rid of all that crap, And I was like, why? Why would you do that, right? But
and it's not because they got like a pro version or anything, right?
Well, the one they put out is the pro version.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, so people had the old one. They're like, oh, well, why would I upgrade when I'm giving up all this stuff? But so again. Google, Samsung, whoever, if they're pushing the envelope and saying we're gonna try this and we're gonna develop this and so on and so forth, I am with it. I am signing on board. I am with you. But when you start like this, like not even making it across the finish line, like I don't know, man.
I guess they saw like quarantine was lifting up and they're just like, dang, no chance.
Right,
But remember, they've had 7 different messengers.
Yeah.
Google Plus, Google News.
Yeah.
Everything, right?
Now evolution is one thing. So I'm not mad about when it evolves. Like when you just kill it, that's different, right? But if it turned into something else, like Google Plus, for example, you know how much we all used to love that back in the day.
Love it.
It's called like concurrence or some shit like that now. Like
but it's only used for like business or something.
So like my homeboy who I work with, he's the Chromebook rep at the job. That's what they use. And he was showing it to me one day, and I was like, damn, that look awful familiar. He said, oh yeah, this used to be good. This is what happened with Google Plus. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy, right?
So my thing with like Google switching up is, as a former Google like fanboy, and I still love Google dearly, but it's not necessarily hard for me when they drop and do new things.
Yeah.
It's hard for the people that aren't like me that I communicate with.
Yeah.
So like if every 2 years I'm telling you, hey man, change our what we've been doing, let's switch it over to this.
Yeah.
Switch it over to this. You look outside, you're like, dang, what's that been going strong for 20 years? I must have been going strong for like 10 years. Like, why we keep switching every 2 years?
Right. You know,
it's like, oh, I know last year I said meet me on Google Plus, but now meet me on Hangouts. I mean, now meet me on Currents. I mean, now you know, it's just a lot.
And it just got changed like recently. I think it's Duo is gone now. It's called Meet or something like that. Yeah, Duo was gone.
Oh yeah, it's a Meet.
Yeah. Duo.
Because they had Duo and then they had Meet.
Yeah.
And it was like, let's put it together. And I was like, why did you do that in the first place? But whatever.
You know?
It's hard for the regulars.
Yeah.
And the not diehard fans.
Right. And I think that's another thing that put Android in a weird position. Like whenever I'm trying to defend Android against the iSheep, right? You know, listen, what I would give them, consistency is key when it comes to Apple, right? Things has been pretty much the same forever, right? Things then got better and they don't evolve, but you recognize that same thing from the iPhone 4, FaceTime. It's been around forever. It ain't changed. It just got better, right? And things like that, right?
He didn't change nothing. He added features, but that's it.
Yeah. So, but then with Android, like, you know, people like, well, I don't know. Do I use this? Do I use that? What's going? You know, ain't no standards. There's no, you know, this is the standard thing that you would do as an Android user, right? One thing I will say, I think my guys are doing a good job of taking what Google is kind of putting out and kind of trying to stand, at least in the Samsung bubble, right? So like now we have Android messages and the Samsung messages both are RCS now. So you can, it don't matter which one you got, now everything is kind of on the same page. They took Google Duo and turned it into something different that, you know, works more like FaceTime amongst Galaxy devices, right? So I like stuff like that, you know, I like that. So that, but you know, but again, it causes another problem, the same problem that I have with Apple with the gates and the wall garden is happening on the Samsung side of things too. So, but I understand why Apple does it because, you know, it just makes things work better. When you kick everybody else out.
With the bigger market share, it'd be nice.
Right, it would be nice.
If I don't know, 7, 8 out of 10 people you meet out of Samsung.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
It'd be cool. It would be. It's just that's the
7 out of 10 Android people.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. It's just like Android is going to always be fractured. It's always going to be splintered, you know. And I think as long as that's the problem, I mean, like, you know, it's something we're going to deal with. You know,
it would be so good if Google created some standards that caught on.
Yes.
Google Maps. Everybody uses Google Maps.
Yeah, everybody uses Google Maps, right? Yeah.
Why don't you have like? I mean, there is Duo or Meet or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's also Skype and Teams and all this other stuff.
Yes.
And there's no clear advantage to using Duo or Meet or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's that. Now I got one last thing. I know you ain't a big fan of this, but one other thing happened over the last week was Meta. They announced their new headset, their new device. It is a prosumer device this time called. It's like an official name on it. They were calling the Quest Cambria. That was a code name. Now it has an official name. Meta Quest Pro, and it's
$1,500.
It's pretty pricey, right? I actually was participating in this beta thing called something Sonorium Galaxy. So anyway, it's a Meta Quest metaverse building thing where they invited these people to come in as beta users to kind of test everything out, but. Everybody is banking on this new metaverse, and you know, even your boys at Apple, they want a piece of it too. You know, so they are making these super high end headsets now. I think the new PlayStation one just got announced like last month. For the new PlayStation one, and it's pretty powerful as well. Yeah. So I think going to the days, we used to have to get them little cheap $400 ones where you put the phone inside the thing. You know what I mean? And then we went to the Quest.
That was the good old days. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was the good old days, right? But $1,400 though, man. That thing is $1,500. That thing is that is $1,500. That is a gaming PC plus. You know. But it's stacked up though. It's got some stats now. You know,
it's got some stuff in it. It's got high res display, eye tracking, new controllers, new design on the headset, which actually looks pretty dope.
It looks really good.
What?
It's got a new chip. It's got a new chip. It's got
facial expressions as well.
Yep, 12 gigs of RAM.
And then Zuckerberg showed off his new avatar. And it actually looked like him.
Yep, and it's got
it didn't look like it didn't look like an avatar, it looked like a person.
Yep, and it's got legs too. So they never had legs in the metaverse before, and now in the metaverse you got legs. You can see your legs.
What did you guys have before that?
The body kind of ended at the waist. So because the tracking only shows the headset only shows what's in front of you. So that's why when we look at the controllers, when we look at the controllers here, let's see what picture of the controller is at. The controllers right here, they don't have the ring on them like the ones up there. Because they have cameras on the actual controllers, so that's how you can map your legs now. When the ones before those rings were to track your hands, and so they couldn't see below the waist. So now you can with these new controllers, you got legs. You can move your legs and stuff around there. I mean, it's a big deal, bro.
Wow.
You ain't never been in there, but you ain't got no legs, man. And
I have.
It looks cool.
I've been in the metaverse, but I haven't used the Quest.
Yeah, so
I played not a lot, but I played a good amount of Beat Saber.
Okay. The past 3 months. Yeah, so you ain't got no legs in Beat Saber. Yeah, no, because Beat Saber uses your Beat Saber.
But I played some VR games.
Yeah,
but it's not the metaverse; it's just the games themselves.
This is one thing that I'm kind of upset about when it comes to this kind, because. Now 4 years later, because I remember we was going, and I remember I was all hype about the Microsoft Halo. No, what called Halo?
Oh, I remember that. That was dope. But that's AR. AR is always better than VR.
Well, this one does AR stuff too, which is great, right? Okay. Yeah, this one it's mixed reality on this one right here. Yeah, but I was upset that Microsoft didn't HoloLens, yes. They didn't go and because Microsoft's supposed to be here, right? This is what they're supposed to have, and we never got a chance to see that whole
Google Glass.
Yeah, I remember Google Glass. It's some dude on Twitter. I don't know who he is, but his avatar pic has him with Google Glass on. I was like, yo, that's so old school, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm surprised that Microsoft didn't get here with that HoloLens because the HoloLens was dope. It was dope as hell.
Was dope.
And I guess then it's just weird that we got Facebook, Meta, leading the charge when it comes to this VR. I feel some kind of way about that. Why those guys?
I mean, I don't see Google or Apple, or Microsoft. They weren't working on VR as much as they were working on AR. And I don't know why they haven't really pushed their AR so much.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, but it just feels weird that a tech like that, an emerging tech like VR, is being led by Facebook. It's just
just with their article right there, it says Microsoft is partnering with Meta.
Yeah.
So they're probably they don't want to be in control of everything.
Yeah.
They just want to put their services in there.
Yeah.
And hopefully those services become the standard.
Yeah, because not only is Microsoft bringing Teams and Office, Windows, but they bring in Game Pass. Game Pass is coming to the Meta Quest, which is absurd. But
I want to play a high-end game in the metaverse. In this little Meta house with all my Meta friends.
Yeah,
and we can all play together. But whenever I think about it, it's always Xbox.
Yeah,
Xbox has this hold on the metaverse.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's smart for them.
It is. It is. They have that whole thing already in place to really just move right on in, right? Because right now, it's so weird. I was playing. I don't know if you remember when the Ninja Turtles game came out a couple months ago. But anyway, a bunch of us at work we played it a couple nights. We played together, but some of us were on Game Pass. and some of us were on, like, two of the dudes were on console, and then the other two of us were on Game Pass. And one of us, I was using Game Pass on a PC. The other dude was using Game Pass on a tablet, right? So we got a tablet, a PC, two consoles, kind of all playing together, which I thought was nuts. Anyway,
and it was going fine.
We were all four of us were playing in sync. The voice chat thing worked beautifully. Everything was fine, right? But then imagine being able to do that in a space where we had our avatars can actually see each other too. Now that would be really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to this kind of stuff. What does that say? Mixed reality seem to intrigue people more than AR and the HoloLens. Yeah, I mean, mixed reality is kind of. I think that's the future. Yeah, because they actually are leaving that VR part kind of alone and going with XR, which is like AR and VR together. Because it's cool to be able to pop into full immersion, right, to do video games and stuff, and then pop out to do leisure stuff like watch movies with your friends or work on office stuff on your with your computer, but also have like a gigantic, like 60 monitors around or whatever that's actually virtual. That kind of stuff is dope. That's the future, man. That's what we should have been at 10 years ago, according to Star Trek, and the Jetsons. You know what I'm saying?
Back to the future, right?
Oh yeah. We should have been there a long time ago. You know what I mean? So after the big OBS nightmare that crushed our stream, we got everything back up and running except the sound. I'm about to work on that tomorrow. I'm working a little bit more tomorrow because I actually I thought I wanted to re-debut the Big Q's World podcast tomorrow, but look, I got some work to do now, right? You know what I mean? So we shall see. I want to thank Zoe and what is it?
General
Takeover for enduring the weird audio and hanging out with us tonight, man. We definitely appreciate it. So just so you know, Tuesday is what we're gonna be doing going forward because my schedule has me working on Monday evening. So Tuesday is what it is. Ken, you like this 8:30 situation? This is what you want to do?
I like 8:30, yeah.
Yeah. So Tuesday 8:30 is a new time for Smart Guyz. That's what we're gonna be doing. Ken, that's all I got for this evening, bro. Yeah.
That's it. Hopefully next week my voice will be back. I don't know because I don't really know what took it away.
Right. I know what took it away. Keeping your tongue in the wrong place. You got to pull it back.
Yo, I'm not even gonna
get it up out of there, bro.
We're gonna go there. But
get it up out of there.
We have fun out here. Love you guys for being here. Check us out on all of our Twitters and Instagrams and all of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it for me, man.
We'll catch you guys next. I'm tripping myself out with that thing. But we'll catch you guys next week, man. Hopefully everything will work itself out and these plugins get updated. We out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
And let me play a little music while I go shut the stream down.